Dawes Craft Beer and Pizza on Singer Island is the ultimate spot to watch football. Win the weekly Dawes VIP football experience, including couch seating for Sunday games in front of the 15-foot HD screen for you and 5 friends, plus a $250 bar tab. Can't wait? Reserve your watch party package now to root for your favorite pro and college teams. Visit DawesVIPFootball.com. Dawes Craft Beer and Pizza on Singer Island.
Joyful and triumphant.
Here you go, Joe. Make you happy?
Oh,
This
man,
is
it is
terrific.
a great time of year in New York.
Do you love this Nat King Cole?
Oh, I love Nat King Cole. I love you know what? There's nothing like decorating a tree and putting on Christmas carols. It's fantastic.
It really is.
Yeah,
I mean,
and Christmas in New York is a beautiful thing. Little snow coming down outside, just get the picture, the image of it,
Exactly.
going by the Empire State Building and just, that's what makes this city so great.
it really does. And of course, your store, this segment is sponsored by the Joseph Abboud Black Label flagship store at 49th and Madison. And it is a beautiful place. And your store,
Thank you, Bernie.
It personifies, if I may bring it to life,
Thank
the store this season, this festive season.
Yeah. Well, Sid's been up there on like every day.
Every day.
So we've got fireplaces in the window and
those
trees.
are really nice, the fireplaces in the window. That's really nice.
And we've got the hot mulled cider.
Yes.
That is non-alcoholic for those who are listening. But you know what I love? It feels like a wonderful life. It feels like a Jimmy Stewart moment, and
Nice, yes.
and with all the hatred and animosity and everything that's going on,
And the killings.
it's
terrible.
God, it's just tough. But for the everyday guy and the everyday woman who wants to celebrate the holidays, it's a good time of year.
It is a beautiful time of
Yeah.
year, and this city does do a very good job of dressing it up.
It does.
And
Probably
talking about
better than anyone.
Well, talking about the city dressing it up, one of the things that you talk about all the time, Joe, and you're right.
Okay.
And we talked about this before about the bad sweaters, and some of the stuff people.
The ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yes. You got Christmas Eve coming up. You've got 8 days of Hanukkah coming up.
Wonderful.
You got New Year's Eve coming up.
Yeah.
There are some nights that and Christmas Day. There are nights that you should really be, and days you should be dressing nicely.
Well, that's right.
And how do you dress for these holidays?
It's interesting. You have to understand where you're going, but I think you're right, Sid. We spend, maybe 360 days of mediocrity a year. And, there may be those 5 or 6 days that are just a time to feel special, look special, dress for your friends, step it out, you in your velvet jacket.
Right.
There are moments that you feel good about it, and women are so good at it. Jill knows that. She's getting very glam tonight for Billy Joel, as you know.
No, she's not.
She
She's
told me.
like a YouTube t-shirt and a pair of jeans.
She's going to be, I know she's going to be glamorous. She's beautiful anyway, but she's going to be specifically really decked out. Yeah, good for her. So I'm really happy. So it's a great time of year to do that and get dressed, and respect your friends and family. And guys, step it up a little bit. Get away from your chinos and your t-shirts and step it up.
Enough of
I like that.
You don't like
Yes.
the chinos. That's a shot at Mark Chernoff, by the way.
No. We love Mark Chernoff. But don't you love the time of year? Don't you feel that even if you get dressed, you feel festive? Put on a great cashmere scarf.
No doubt.
It feels good. Go see a great movie. Enjoy New York City. Go shopping in stores where they give you great service. That's support your local, as we
Right.
talked about.
That's right.
Support
Patronize
your
your
local.
local
Absolutely. Small towns around New York. Just make it a special time of year.
Well, you do a tremendous job of service, whether it's Phil the tailor, who's magnificent at what he does. I'll get a pair of pants, and in 20 minutes, they'll be tailored. Shelley does a great job. Ronald does a great job. If I'm missing any names, I apologize. But no matter who's there, because oftentimes I'll go there, you won't be there.
That's right. I can't be there 24/7, although I'd like to, but I can't be.
But I'm still getting 5-star service every time.
Yeah, no, they'll go out of their way. Phil will, a guy will knock on the door before the store's open. Phil will let him in. He'll tailor the suit for him. Some guys have got some events. They lost their luggage. It's incredible. The stories. We had a woman yesterday. Her husband's a musician, and he loves our clothes, and she took pictures with me, and she said this is one of the most memorable things, and he loves your clothes. That's the greatest award you can win. Yeah. That when you give great service, it's not about, in our world, it's not about celebrity. It's about authenticity. So I don't really care about my name in lights. I don't care about, not that it is. What I really care about is doing my job right. And that's the most important thing that I can do. And I've always said, if I see a guy walking down the street and he's wearing one of my sweaters, he doesn't know who I am, but I know he's wearing one of my. That's like the best award you can ever win.
Nice.
Yeah, so just, being a craftsman and loving your work. And I think at this time of year, really celebrating each other. Because the country is so divided.
Oh, it's that terrible.
It really is. I try to put that aside. And listen, I've said this to Sid, none of us go through life undefeated. We all have challenges.
Rocky Marciano never lost a fight, though.
Well, all right. Well, a few of us have. I think it's really important. I think it's important. And then, listen, the Yankees just got an incredible Christmas present.
Oh.
So, so as I said in my text to you, bah humbug as a Red Sox fan, but that's pretty amazing. And I think we know he wasn't going to Pittsburgh.
No.
That's for sure.
No.
So, I think New Yorkers and Yankee fans have a lot to celebrate this holiday
Unlike
season.
the Patriots, who actually booed your guy Tom Brady.
But I know Bernie, because I've known you for 25 years, and you're not a fan of the Patriots.
I've been a proponent of the Patriots.
But
for
let me tell you,
time.
they didn't boo Tom Brady.
Oh, they didn't?
No, it was the refs and the calls. So if you, he's like a deity up there. There's no question about it. They didn't boo him. He's frustrated.
So fake news.
That's fake news.
He was on the radio station in Boston. He said, "Listen, it's my fault. It's not the refs' fault. They weren't booing the refs, and Brady was accountable." He said, "It ain't the refs costing us these games. It's us."
No, I mean, there were two significant callbacks on touchdowns. I don't want to get too specific.
Right.
But the fumble that got blown dead, and then the touchdown that was scored that they ruled that the receiver was out of bounds.
But what about, we went through, what was the gate where Belichick was stealing stuff? Something gate. Spygate. Then we went through Tom Brady deflating the footballs.
Right.
Now, again, for the third time, the Patriots are likely cheating again. What is going on with these guys? They're not good enough. They got to cheat.
No,
Belichick and Brady have to cheat.
Do we really know what happened with this equipment? Do we really know?
We don't really know.
No, I mean it's easy. And listen,
but it's not far-fetched. They've been caught twice before.
Well, Sid, at this time of year, it's about forgiveness.
All right, we'll move on.
And redemption. Right? Right.
To my point.
Right. It's all about. Look, we are all flawed human beings. Sid, you're a perfect example of that. And so let's live and let live, and respect each other.
But I just want to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Here's NESN, New England Sports News.
Yeah.
Tom Brady responds to Patriots getting booed against Chiefs as he walked off the field. So there were reports that, and also
but not
CNN.com, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots booed off the field.
Yeah, but not necessarily Tom, but they were booed. They lost the home game.
But you get the impression that he was booed by these headlines.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I just have rose-colored glasses.
You probably
because and look, it's what a run, Bernie. You can't, as a friend of mine said,
listen,
what a run.
I've embraced the Patriots for years.
Yeah,
I'm not a hater. I'm a Boston guy. I'm pro Boston.
Right.
Plus, they like Trump. They like Trump, the Pats guy.
Whatever it is, Trump, but you've got to give them credit for what they've done over the years. You really have to, and that's the whole thing about baseball versus football. We know there's no cap, so we know the Yankees, Red Sox will always be there when there's a high-priced player.
Dodgers, Angels.
It's unfortunate for some of the other teams. That's why when some small market team wins, you kind of root for them.
It's exciting.
So, but we know, 9 years at what, $324 million?
That's right. That's the deal.
That's a Christmas present.
That's a nice deal.
That's unbelievable.
Now, one last thing. I say this all the time.
Yeah.
And Bernie knows this. Anytime I wear your clothing.
Yeah.
And twice last week, especially the party with Duguay with the black jacket.
Oh, my God.
I get stopped all the time. And they go, Abboud. That's all they say to me, Abboud. So last Wednesday, Bernie, I go for lunch with my wife and Abboud and Corey Zelnick. We had a lunch about Gabriel's charity at the Frisco's. So we're having the lunch there, the lunch ends, and there's a fan. We're standing by the door about to leave, all of us, and there's a fan. And did he not go, Sid, I love you, man. That's got to be Abboud.
Yeah.
And standing right next to me happened to be
It was great. Well, listen, I will tell you, yesterday morning, and we'll leave you with this, there's a knock on the door at the store. A guy he's waiting for the store to open. I'm here because of Bernie and Sid.
Is that right?
He bought 2 custom suits.
Yeah.
Wow.
So somehow the message, look, if we didn't do a good job, we wouldn't be able to repeat with the customers, but the recognition and the kind of, the ability for you to kind of talk to us and let people know about what we do and feel like you're friends with the staff. That's the best kind of relationship.
It certainly is. Hey, listen, did anybody tell you what Duguay unsolicited said to Sid last week in studio? Sid was wearing the your suit. And Duguay was like, wow, he was so complimentary. He said, I got to get me some of that. We have to give you that. We have to send that tape to you.
Absolutely.
Well, then he saw Duguay at lunch. And Ronnie came in to say hello to us. He goes, you do some nice stuff for me. Not like him.
Right.
Well, Johnny Damon said the same thing to you.
Yes, Johnny Damon.
Johnny, who I've known over the years, is a fantastic guy. I love him. And said to Sid, how come I don't have that? So, created a monster here. But
hey, Joseph, you've created a beautiful thing, the Joseph Abboud Black Label flagship store,
Bernie.
49th and Madison. Check it out. Go say hello to Joe. Get some hot, hard cider.
That's right. Come get a hug and enjoy the day.
Thank you, Joseph.
All right. Thanks, Bernie. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.